Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Underdog Talk, the world's most underrated podcast on earth. And there's something about the underdog, but today I'm joined by big number 67.
Yeah.
Yep. Let me flex my other one. This is bigger. Ed Ingram.
What's up?
Dog. How are we doing?
Man, I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good.
Now, Ed, you want to know something scary?
What's up?
Now, we're not on Halloween yet. We're both the same age. And since your age is on the internet, it's not a secret. You're 25, I'm 25. And the scary part is you look like that and I look like this. And I'm also not a professional NFL player in 6'3", but I'll use that in my defense. But how you doing today, man? How's everything going?
Man, I'm doing good. Just got done with practice. Just got to the house. Just got done moving into a new rental property over here. So kind of settling in right now.
Yes, sir. And did OTAs begin last week or the week before?
Like the week before.
Okay.
Yeah, we on our last week of we just finished our last week of OTAs. We start mini camp next week.
So now, what is the difference between OTAs and mini camp? Does it come down to contact and stuff like that?
Yeah, I think it's just like a little bit more contact and it's like a little bit more like one-on-ones and stuff like that.
Gotcha. And I'm always confused. Is so contacts? Okay. Is there contact at all in OTAs?
Not really, not much. It's just kind of like walkthrough pace.
How's the team looking?
And we're looking pretty good. I think we're gonna do pretty good this year. Our defense is pretty crazy. Not even gonna lie.
And I think that offense is pretty crazy, especially that
Oh
offensive
yeah.
line. I mean, the big five, including you, are going to hold it down this year. And I mean, what I'm really scared for is if I'm in the NFC, is that guy that's going to be running with you guys, Aaron Jones. I mean,
Oh yeah.
a dog. What's it like going to be protecting Aaron Jones? Obviously, a veteran running back who's held his own in the Packers and balled out every year.
I mean, I say he's a big addition to our offense. I've seen how he can play. I mean, him playing us last year, he was running the ball all over us. So I'm like, he's like a great addition. So as soon as he got here, I mean, I came up to him. I was like, hey, man, it's going to be a pleasure playing with you because I know how great of a player he is.
Yeah, and I'm a Cowboys fan, and he's absolutely torched my team every time he's played us. So shout out Aaron Jones and shout out what he's done. And obviously, I would be scared again with that offensive line, that man behind you guys. And what is the culture of the Vikings? Like, obviously, you've been there 2 seasons now, Ed. You played 36 games, started all 36 games. What is the culture of the Minnesota Vikings like for you, sir?
I think our culture is like probably the best in the league. I'm fortunate enough to have come into this organization as a rookie, so this is all I know. But talking to some of the older guys and people that's came from other teams and stuff like that, they say like, "Man, y'all got it good over here." I'm like, "Dang, like it must be bad in other places." So I mean, I really like our culture. I feel like we have a really tight knit team.
And I was going to say, you played 36 games in your 2 seasons, and you started all 36 games. You've only missed 1 game, and that was the final game of last season, correct?
Yeah, I missed probably like 2 games last year.
Okay. My research shows you only missed 1 game last year, so we got to
Oh
factor
yeah.
that. Is the shoulder feeling well? Is the shoulder back up to
Oh yeah, we good. It didn't take that long to get back right.
Yes, sir. I love it. And who are the leaders in the locker room for the Vikings? Obviously, I can think of a few awesome leaders, but who are the leaders in the Vikings locker room?
Man, I say it's a lot of leaders that we have. CJ Ham, Brian O'Neill, um, who else we have? Garrett Bradbury, Harrison Smith. I mean, the list goes on. It's like pretty much all the older guys that have been in this league for a minute, they do a good job of leading us.
And shout out to Harrison Smith. I mean, it's a dog.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
a dog.
The hitman.
And when you think of Vikings defense or just a defensive superstar, I mean, Harrison Smith comes to mind, obviously. And, CJ Ham, such a good fullback in the NFL. And, obviously you get to protect him and stuff like
Oh
that.
yeah.
So, obviously I kind of want to take it back a little bit, Ed. You go to LSU. So you played there 4 years. first, why pick LSU? Obviously, a storied program, an amazing program. We had Jamarcus Russell on the podcast, and he also loved his time in Baton Rouge. But why did you pick LSU, sir?
I say just like my whole visit there, it felt like when I visited there, it felt like a lot like my high school, how close my high school was. So it was like it felt like I was family as soon as I got to campus. I remember my mom; she didn't even want me to go to LSU because of the graduation rates, because I think they do it based off 5 years, and then a lot of LSU players end up going off to the NFL, and that kind of messes up our graduation rates after 3 years. And so she wanted me to go to like Alabama or like Baylor or something like that, and I wasn't too happy about it, but I was able to convince her.
I mean, it paid off for you. I'm surprised
Yeah,
you stayed in Texas, Ed, and go to a University of Texas or something. Man, you're a Texas.
and I couldn't imagine wearing that ugly orange for all my career.
And obviously, the LSU purple is dope, and
Oh yeah,
it paid off. It paid off for you. I mean, it did pay off for you. You started all 4 years, right?
yeah,
Yes, sir. And not only do you start your second team all SEC in 2021, right?
yeah. 2021, my last year.
So it paid off as also in 2019, you guys won the shit. So I
Yeah,
think that's a good decision. And, that was a storied year, obviously, with you, Joe Burrow, Jamar. When you think of one of the best college teams, hands down, that was that team. What was it like
oh,
playing
yeah.
on, that championship LSU team, Ed?
And to be honest, it felt like I was living in a dream. It was crazy because we had such good players that like when we had like third downs and we was getting ready to pass, I already knew like if we block for like 3 seconds, as soon as he throws the ball, it's gonna be a touchdown. It was like that was like the best feeling in the world. But I mean, I wish we could be back in that moment, but unfortunately, times passed.
Hey, damn right. Times pass, but shoot, that lives in history of you guys winning that national championship. And damn, what a season was it that was. What was it like protecting, obviously, one of the new young guns in the quarterback in the NFL who's taken off by storm, Joey B? What was it like protecting Joey B? And what was he like, in that locker room?
Man, it was crazy. Joe, he's such a great player. He's a great leader, and he got some swag to him too. He's a cool guy.
Yeah.
I like hanging out with him. I think that he led our team like really great, and I mean he just tied everything together. He utilized all his weapons, and he's such a great athlete at that too.
Damn right. I mean, God. And you played guard, right? You didn't
Yeah, I
play
play guard.
no other position. All right, guard, gotcha. And obviously LSU was lucky to have you. I'm just going to say that again because you held it down. And now obviously you transitioned to right guard to the Vikings. Did you play any other positions in high school, or was it just lineman, or do you play? I can see like maybe I don't want to say running back. I don't know. I don't know.
And I actually, in high school, I only played left guard my whole high school career.
Really?
I've been playing guard my whole career pretty much. When I was in middle school, I played safety, but then I had a growth spurt. So,
Then you had the growth spurt, and it was all. Yeah, the game changed, and I think everything happens for a reason. Is now you are a stellar guard in the NFL, and I was actually reading some Viking news, a few days ago about you, and they're talking about, is it possible that you move to left guard this season? Is that possible, or is it?
I mean, who knows? Wherever the team needs me to be at, I'll be there for them.
Yeah, and obviously you would be a starter. That's not the question. You would obviously
Yeah,
start either at left or right. And I saw they were going to bring someone else in to do. I don't know, because you played left guard in college, right?
yeah. I played left guard pretty much my whole college career.
So right guard is going to be a little. Let me ask this then, Ed: is right guard different than left guard in any sense, or do I sound stupid by saying that?
No, like when I first got to the Vikings, it was kind of hard for me to play right guard because I was so used to
Yeah.
being on the left side and doing techniques a certain way. And then when you switch over to the right side, it took a while for me to like get into a rhythm, but then I started to finally be more in tune with the right side instead of the left. So
Yeah.
it's definitely a difference.
No, I can put it to like writing with your right hand and then writing with your left hand is a completely different kind of set.
Exactly.
You have to get used to that. And I still can't write with either of my hands. So we're in a different league there. But obviously, you move to right guard, you go to the Vikings, second round. What was it like to be drafted by the Minnesota Vikings and live pretty much every kid's dream of going to the NFL?
No, it was crazy. Like night two of the draft, because I mean, it was possibly that I probably wasn't gonna get drafted as high as I thought, but all things to God, I was drafted, and that was probably like one of the best moments of my life. I mean, I remember crying with my family and stuff like that, and talking to Quasi and KO. Experience.
Yeah. And did you do anything? Did you drink anything on draft night, if you mind me asking? And I love to hear what people drink on draft night. Any beer or anything? What was that drink? What was that? Did you have a drink of choice that night? Was it a beer? What was it, if you mind me asking?
I actually didn't really have any drinks. I'm not much of a drinker, to be honest. Even through college, I didn't really like to drink just because me personally, I don't really like the taste of it.
Fair. That's fair.
But my agency did give me like I think it was like a Hennessy bottle or something like that with my round. I got drafted and stuff like that. It was pretty cool.
Well, they treating you out there, Ed. You got a good
Yeah, I
agency.
know.
Go with them,
Yeah,
right? All right,
yeah.
good. You got a good agency. Shoot, I wish. Damn, that is nice. And obviously, you played right guard and you played left guard. Is there any other positions you think what do you think if they put you at center? Do you think you could handle that as well?
I mean, I feel like if I got enough reps at it, I could probably do it. I remember during the Senior Bowl, they let me get some center reps, and surprisingly to myself, I did pretty good. So I feel like I can do it.
And now, obviously, you. Where I was trying to go, I don't know why I even asked about the center question. You play in those two different slots. You play against two different defensive ends in those positions. Who has been one of the hardest defensive ends you've gone up against?
I'll probably say like JJ Watt, um, and then Chris Jones.
Yeah. Yeah, no, those guys are some beasts. And we actually had Cornelius Lucas on last week, and he gave a shout out to one of your guys, Daniil Hunter, obviously, who used to
Oh
know,
yeah,
and that guy could
yeah.
ball. That guy could ball, and I mean,
He's a beast.
he's a beast. That's what they said. And you've had a lot of awesome memories in college and NFL. What was kind of that one moment where it was adversity facing you? You rose, shone, and conquered that, and bounced back to overcome that moment.
I'll probably say when I was playing JJ Watt, that was probably like during my rookie year. That was like one of the times where it was like, "Hey, like welcome to the NFL. Like this guy is like a pretty good player," and so that was kind of like my turning point at that point. And then after that, I just kind of just sat down and just started studying film a little bit more, and then my performance like increased a lot. So
Yeah, iron sharpens iron, and I think
yeah,
iron sharpens iron. And the thing about NFL is it's one snap, okay, you lose. The next snap, you could lose. The next snap, you win, and everyone it's just one snap at a time. You constantly are trying to
yeah.
get better every snap. It's a game of seconds, and that's what I love about the game of football. And gosh, JJ Watt. I mean, I don't know how I would hold against JJ Watt. Obviously, I had to get like another 200 pounds on me and play football for a few years. But I would honestly be interested in going against like JJ Watt. If I had the weight, I would want to test myself. I would test the waters and see how I could roll against him. And I don't know how I'd do, but what's been the most memorable moment on the field for you where you realize, holy shit, I'm in the NFL.
I'll probably say either when we went to London and we beat the Saints,
Yeah,
or when we won against the Colts when we came back after like being down like 33 points.
that was in December, right?
Yeah, yeah, that was in December. Yeah,
Oh,
that was like a surreal moment for me. I was like, dang, like I'm like literally like I'm in the NFL like right now. It's crazy.
on national TV too, and
On national TV.
yeah, I think that was maybe a Saturday night game or something like that. It was
Hmm.
prime time, 4:30 game. I remember that game vividly too. And obviously, what do you think about how the Vikings drafted this year? Obviously, you got a new gunslinger. This is gonna be your second national championship winner you're about to protect. You ever
Oh
think
yeah, JJ.
about that yet? Am I the first person to bring that up?
Yeah, I know. I haven't even heard that yet. That's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
yes, let's go. Because you obviously protected Burrow, won the national
Yeah.
championship. JJ won last year with Michigan, and now he's on your team. And what is it going to be like protecting JJ McCarthy, and what does he bring to the team?
I feel like he brings like leadership. I mean, I see him out there like before we even have to start meetings and stuff. He's out there with the rookies and stuff, running through plays, doing the cadence and stuff like that. I just feel like he's going to be like a great addition, and his leadership is, I feel like, is natural.
Yeah, I mean, from what I've heard, he is a true leader, and he could really be someone special in the
Oh
NFL.
yeah.
Did you ever play against him? Obviously, you play on offense, and he plays on offense. But did LSU ever go against Michigan when you were playing in college?
Nah, we never ended up going against them. That would have been cool to play against them though.
And then now he's on your team, and you're protecting him.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty cool. Now, who's your role models in football? I mean, who did you growing up? Who did you grow up looking to, Ed? I mean, was it a lineman even, or was it wide receiver, defensive end? Who did you look up to, Ed?
What I really looked up to is Zach Martin. He's like one of the top guards. I
Yeah.
mean, to ever be like a guard. So I feel like I like to model my play a lot after him. Like I watch a lot of his film during the year to kind of see like what he does to certain players and kind of try to mimic that because I mean he's had success with it, so why not try it?
Damn right, and shout out to my Cowboys for that guy because he can hold it down. And I remember the
Yeah.
whole Travis Frederick. You got Zach Martin, Tyron Smith on the left tackle. Jeez, that was a I mean, that was a dirty little line there.
That was a beast O line.
Beast of O-line. But I will say it first: the Vikings O-line is fucking phenomenal, and I think this could be a top line group in the NFL. You agree, right?
Damn right. Damn right, yeah.
You guys got some warriors on that line.
Yes, we do.
That Dalton.
Oh yeah, Dalton. Yeah, my boy Rise. He just got back.
He's good. He's good.
He's a beast.
He is good with it. Now, what is like. Obviously, we're coming into OTAs. You're going into mini camp. What is the off season like for you, Ed? I mean, what's that training like? What's the diet like? What is off season like for you?
Well, for me, usually during the off season, I like to go back to Dallas, where I'm from. I go train at APEC in Fort Worth. I kind of just go there for like a couple weeks, get like some strength and conditioning in, just so I can stay in shape for when we come back. And then I do drills like O-line drills with Logan Tillman. He's like a O-lineman trainer out there. And then pretty much I just go out there and see family. You take like 1 week to go on like one last trip to get my mind right, and then get back to it.
And then get back to it. Was your dream team as a kid the Dallas Cowboys?
Yeah, it was obviously the Dallas Cowboys. Yeah, I feel like any person, like any O lineman that grew up in Dallas, or anybody that ever grew up in Dallas to play football, they wanted to go play for the Cowboys. I feel like it just is what it is.
America's team. I hate to say it, but I also will give it out to you guys again. I love the Skull Nation. I mean, you guys have had some amazing, miraculous miracles in Minnesota, and you guys are balling out there. Now, I just saw a few days ago that they're changing the measuring to virtual measuring. Did you see that yet?
Virtual measuring?
Yeah, like I don't know how to describe it. I thought they're going to. So how like the big orange things where you put the line, the markers and stuff. I think they're changing that.
Oh, that's weird. I haven't even heard that before.
Test it in preseason, maybe. I don't want to sound silly, but I think they're going to test it in preseason.
Dang, that would be interesting to see.
They're having like too many mistakes on that and stuff like that. Don't quote me. But obviously, do you use a lot of technology as a lineman? I mean, to study film and other kind of in that sense.
Yeah, I use like laptops and my iPad and stuff to watch film and do stuff like that.
How important is film then, Ed, to your game and to constantly improve?
I feel like film is really good because you have to watch practice. Like if you have a mistake, you have to figure out what you did wrong, figure out what that look was, and then fix it. So then tomorrow you don't make that same mistake. And that's kind of how the NFL is. It's about consistency. And I feel like if you don't constantly study your film or study the plays, then you probably won't excel or be like the top at your position.
100%. Now, how do
Mhm.
you see the role of linemen evolving in the NFL? I mean, is it from when you grew up to now to be in the NFL playing that position? How have you seen it evolve at all?
I feel like the demand for protection for the quarterbacks now or is a little bit more. So it's like people are starting to pay a little bit more for guards because I mean they're starting to have more higher caliber quarterbacks out here that they want to protect for the long haul. So
Those quarterbacks are getting paid.
yeah.
And I feel like the offensive line is so slept on sometimes. I mean, without a good offensive line, we see the quarterback crumble. With a good offensive
Mhm.
line, we see the quarterback thrive. So I think you guys need a little more credit out there, Ed. How
Yeah,
much?
I do feel like that too, but I just feel like that's kind of how the world is because people's eyes go to the people that have the ball or the people that make the sacks.
Now, this is the Underdog Talk podcast, and there's something about the underdog. What has been your biggest underdog moment in your life so far, sir?
My biggest underdog moment. I mean, I'll just say like just making it to the NFL, playing I feel like playing as a high caliber player, playing at a high level most of the time, and I feel like it's just not. I'm not as recognized as most, but it is what it is. I feel like my time is coming. I'm just being patient and looking forward to this season to show everybody.
I'm getting a call right now. 1 second. Oh, it's from Roger Goodell. 2024. Wait, 2024 Pro Bowl vote or selection, Mr. Ed Ingram. We're just gonna predict it right here on the
Oh
podcast.
yeah.
So that was Roger Goodell calling, saying that you're going to the Pro Bowl. Make it happen. I mean, because you are balling out there, Ed. And what is your biggest tip for someone who's looking to make it to the NFL like you once were, sir?
I'll just say you just gotta be dedicated. You gotta be disciplined. You gotta be able to like hone in on your craft and want to be like a perfectionist. Like I always strive for perfection. Even when I do have a good games or something like that, I don't think that's a perfect game. So it's like you have to be uh pretty much you just gotta be like a professional. You gotta treat it like a business, um, and just have fun with it.
No, you gotta have fun with it. Hell yeah! And now, do you have any like rituals or something before you step on the field?
I mean, I usually get in the hot tubs before the game, and I play like a podcast or something, like and kind of read the Bible before the games and stuff because we don't get to go to church and stuff like that because we play on Sundays, and so that's kind of like a thing I do to kind of get my mind right, calm myself down, and kind of get restarted for the game.
And well, sometimes you play on Thursdays and Mondays. I have to add that
Oh
as
yeah, that too.
well. You're a pretty busy guy. Actually, during your bye week, do you guys actually do practice, or is it kind of a rest and recovery week?
During our bye week, usually going into that bye week, we have like probably like 2 or 3 days of practice, but it's like light practice, and then we get off like the last 3 or 4 days of the week.
I love it. Well, Ed, it has been an honor and privilege to talk to you, sir. Now, before we go, the floor is yours. Where can we find your content? Anything you want to promote? The floor is yours, big fella.
I'll just say like all my Instagram, my Twitter is Ed Ingram 70. Um, Follow me, and that's it pretty much.
And first person to get an Ed Ingram Vikings jersey, send me a screenshot. Make it happen. We will get you something special out there because we'll be ordering one as well, and we'll be
Oh
wearing it
yeah,
proudly because that is going to be filthy. That is just going to be filthy. Honestly, we're going to put up on the podcast. We're going to get all that stuff going for you. Ed, thank you so much for taking your time. I mean, guys, one more time, the big fella and the underdog out.
no problem.
Hey, Ed, thank you so much, man, for